So second exercise from the classes and functions chapter. So let's see what is a function definition here. The date time module provides the time objects that are similar to the time objects in this chapter, but they provide a rich set of the methods and the operators. So for this, you need to go through this documentation. So use the date time module to write a program that gets the current date and prints the day of the week. So then write a program that takes a birthday as input and prints the user's age and the number of the days, hours, minutes and seconds until their next birthday. So what you are supposed to do in these two functions here is, in the first function you have to use a date time library, the built-in library, which and then you need to read the current date, today's date, and then you have to print the day of the week here. So as a part of the second query here, you need to read the user birthday from a user, and then you need to calculate the age of the user, and then you need to print how many days, hours, minutes and the seconds are left till the user's next birthday. So let's see what has been done as a solution here. So as it has been told in the question itself, you are supposed to use a various libraries here. The first library that you require here is the time. Then you require the date time library, from which you need to import the date time and time delta as a methods here. One more library that you require, which has a rich set of the built-in methods in order to do some calculations directly on the date and the times. That is the date util dot relative delta, from which you need to import. In this example we require only the relative delta method here. So I sincerely suggest all of you to go through this URL, the URL that I have given here in this comment, in order to understand the few of the methods that has been used in this exercise here. So even though I am going to explain you for what purpose it is used, if you require the in more detailed explanation regarding how does these methods work and what are the other methods that are available with all these libraries, you can always get the information from this URL here. So please make a note of this URL. So let's proceed and see what has been done here. So what we are required as a first part of this exercise is, we need to get the week of the day of a week today by reading the current date. So for that, what has been done, date dot today. So as already we have seen here, we have taken a date time library, from which we have imported the date method here. So you can see directly we have used that date with a date object, the object of a date, with the method known as a today. So this particular part will get you the today's date, the current date, along with the time here. So the next is we want to get the current day here. So from this you can directly get the we are going to call a function known as a current day here. So you can see the current day. So what it is going to do, it is going to take the date method here, along with the one more function has been called here, string to the time. So this particular part is going to convert the time to the string part, from which we are interested to extract only the day of a week, that is date dot today. So which day is today? So by passing the extra parameter as a percentage capital A. So what does this is going to indicate here? As I told you, you are supposed to go to this documentation in order to understand in detail regarding this. So for time being, you just understand this is a function which is going to convert the or pass the string to the time, string integer to the time object. So if you require, I'll show you here. You can see strf time and strp time are used here. So what is this strf time are? It converts the object to a string according to the given format. It converts the object whatever has been passed to it into the string to the given format, whereas strp time, it pass a string into the date time object. So here the object, the time object will be converted to a string. Here the string will be converted to the date time object. So regarding that percentage a, as what has been used in the solution there, percentage a, it will extract, or the meaning of this percentage day is represents the weekday as a local's full name, that is whether it is Monday, Sunday or till Saturday. So that is going to be the resultant of this percentage a here. So I request you to go through this documentation completely if you want to know more about the methods that are being supported by the date module here. So basically this will convert the object to the string format, and this will extract you the day of the week. Right. So the next thing is these two together are nothing but the solutions for the first part of this exercise. The next is you need to read the birthday and print the age, and you need to calculate the how many days and the time are being left till the next birthday of the user. So for that we are going to call another function known as the obtain date, which has been defined here. So obtain date. So here what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to read a birthday from the user. So user in input give a date in the format of the year, month and the date here. Right. So in this case you need to do some validation here in order to check whether the user has entered the correct date format or not. So date time dot strp time, which is going to parse into the time. So what is expected format here is the expected format is year, month and the date here. So if this format has been not used by the user, then you will get the error message as a invalid format. So this part will allow you to, or allow the user only to enter the date. So once that has been done, next you need to call the another function known as a usr underscore info, where you are going to pass the birthday that has been entered by the user. So whatever the user is going to enter, that will be stored in a variable birthday, which is again passed as a parameter to this function here. So we'll see what has been done here and this function. So here you can see the variable today will contain the today's date. So as I told you, date time dot today will get you the today's date along with the time. So next you have to identify the age of that person based upon the birthday. So your age is percentage d. So as you can see, a method has been used here, percentage relative delta, right? So which is a built-in method from a library date util. So what does this basically does here is it will accept the two dates as a parameter here. So as you can see, the first parameter is today's date and the second parameter being the birthday that has been entered by the user. And what this relative delta does is it is going to identify the difference between these two dates. So it will basically subtract the today's with the birthday with it will identify the difference between the today with the birthday. But what we are interested is we want the difference in terms of the years, that we are, that's why we have used with the dot years to tell that do the identify or calculate the difference with respect to the years from the today and the birthday, in turn which will be given the result as a age of that person here. So other traditional method or the other alternate way has been given in this comment form. If you want to try, you can try it the either way also. So this relative delta will identify the difference between the dates. That means it will accept the two dates as a parameters. So if you want to put a restriction on the only years, you can pass it with a dot years here. So the next part is you want to identify when the next birthday is going to arrive for the input given by the user. So birthday dot replace year is equal to today dot year. So what you are supposed to do is whatever the birthday that has been entered by the user year, so that year part of that input needs to be replaced with the today's year. For example, if your birthday is in 1992, so that 1992, your birth year is 1992. If that 1992, it has to be replaced with the today's year, that is 2020, right? So next you need to check whether the birthday of that person is coming or already it has been passed. So for that you need to check whether the next birthday is less than the today's, to check whether it has been already passed or not. So in that case you need to represent, or you need to tell that the birthday of that person for the next time is in the next year. So that can be done very easily here. Next birthday is equal to birthday dot replace year, has to be replaced with a one more year, that is year is equal to whatever the today's year is there plus 1. For example, if your birthday was yesterday, that is on the 8th May 2020, So definitely your next birthday will be in the year 2021. So that needs to be done here in this way. So except with the other parameters, the only the year has to be incremented by 1 to tell that the next birthday of that person is in the next year. So or else if the has been not yet over, or else it is in the coming days within this year itself, then you need to calculate the duration is equal to next birthday minus today will give you the duration. So that automatically this is going to calculate the in terms of the days, minutes and the seconds. So next birthday is the year, that is today's year with respect to this year date, minus today whatever the current date is for today, that will be subtracted, which will give you the total duration that is left for the next birthday. Time until your next birthday is duration dot days. So duration is nothing but an object of the time and the date, so you need to extract only the days with respect to this duration. So duration dot days followed by these many days are being left here. So let's see what we will get if we execute this solution here. So as it is being told, so initially we want to print the today's date. Today date is 9th. So this is 9 May 2020. And as we are interested in order to identify the which day is today. So current day, how we have identified by using the current date. So that is the Saturday. So it is asking me to enter the birthday. For example, if I enter it as a 18 sorry 1989 year, followed by a hyphen, month is 11 and date is first. So what result I have to get? You are supposed to get that it is going to calculate the difference with the year that has been passed here, that is 1989 with the 2020 with the function here relative delta. So this relative So this relative delta, it is going to subtract the year that has been given as an input here, that is this 1989 with current date, that is 2020, which will give you the years, the age of that person, that is 30 years. And next is it is going to tell you, first it will check whether the birthday has been already passed or not. So with this date what I have given has been not yet passed, so it is going to calculate the difference with the duration, which will give you the 175 days till the 1st November with this year, that is 220 with the 1st November. So 175 days, 5 hours and the 42 some milliseconds here, right? So the time till until your next birthday is 175 days. Since we are interested only in the days part of this result, we are extracting only 175 days. If you want to check out what you will get as a result for this duration, that's why I have printed here this duration. So in turn, if you subtract with the 2 days, you will get the difference in terms of the days along with the time as well. But we are interested in only printing the total number of the days. Right, so once again I'll show you the execution, where I'll give the input as if the birthday has been already passed here. So I'll give 1989. So I'll give the month as a 5th May itself, the yesterday's date only. So the age is 31 and you can see here 363 days, which represents the 1 year here. The time until your next birthday is 363 days here. So I hope the solution is clear to you. If you don't understand anything, so in this exercise we have used the almost all the built-in methods that are supported by these libraries, which has been told to use in the function definitions itself. So basically this is a very easiest solution that you can use. So only thing is you need to understand what is this string f time does and string p time does, and what is this relative delta does. So if you understand the functionality of these three built-in methods, the rest of the solution is very easy too. Even though if you don't understood anything, just let me know, I'll explain it once again. Thank you.